Duval. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are continuing breaking down each and every team as we head towards the 2025 regular season, less than 4 months away. Today, we head to the land of crazy, the great state of Florida. We're better known as Guantanamo Bay to look at the 2025 Jacksonville Jaguars. Try to predict what this franchise is going to be. Are they going to be picking at the top of the draft again? Or are they finally going to compete in this division? I think we all know who the number one team is, but who is that second team in the AFC South? Let's take a look at it. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. Hit that like button, hit that bell. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the Jaguars. They got Travis Hunter, Trevor Lawrence, Liam Cohen. He is the new head coach. And, of course, the Khan still in charge. But we want to hear from you. Hit the bell. Let us know down below. Thank you for watching today. As we mosey along to our last division, as we recap each of these teams, we look at the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence. It starts and ends there, really. If Trevor Lawrence is going to be who I thought he was coming out at Clemson, and a lot of people thought he was, this team has the chance to maybe win 8 or 9 games and really be in the wild card contention. I don't think they're as good as Houston, but they could compete because Trevor Lawrence, if he plays like he is supposed to, is clearly the second best quarterback in this division. Travis Etienne Jr., I don't know what the hell happened with him. He is such a dynamic player in the run game, in the pass game, and they don't even use him. There were rumors of him getting traded. I thought he might end up with like the Chiefs or something. He's still there. Tank Bixby is there. They got Bashul Tootin. So they have some decent running backs. They go running back by committee. Cool. Brian Thomas Jr., he was one of the best rookies in the league. Him and Malik Neighbors at the wide receiver position. Boy, oh boy. And he is only getting better. One of the youngest players in the league. I believe, 19, 20 years old at that. So look for another big year from him. Then you get Travis Hunter. You make the big splash. You make the big move. Much like their wrestling company, AEW, they make the big splash, the big move. Will it pay off in the long run? Maybe not, but it's a big name. And they got Travis Hunter. And he's going to play both sides of the ball. They're going to have him practice on defense and offense. When we get to training camp, he's going to be in meetings with both as he adjusts. And he's a dynamic player. He's already going to be the second best receiver on this team. He's going to be the best corner on this team. So having that, and it looks like they're going to lean maybe even a little more to having him play more wide receiver maybe than corner, to have that dynamic duo with Brian Thomas Jr. and how about the quarterback? But then you bring in Diami Brown from Washington. We covered the Commanders. Really good season. Did his best work in the playoffs. Got paid. He can be a good piece. Brent Strange. The offensive line is shaky. Walker Little, Ezra Cleveland, Robert Hainsey. They get Patrick McCary from Baltimore, a versatile Swiss Army knife. If you don't know who he is, he can play all 5 lineman positions. Anton Harrison. Now, the O-line outside of McCary, who's going to play right guard, is pretty mid, not going to lie. Defensively, Josh Hines Allen, not the quarterback, the pass rusher. He's as good as advertised. Eric Armstead, he's still a good player, especially against the run. Devon Hamilton. Trayvon Walker, the former number 1 pick. I wish they took Aiden Hudson, but they picked up his 5th-year option. Foyesade Olakun, one of the best will side linebackers in the league, weak side linebackers. You don't know his name really like that, but he is able to tackle. He's a tackling machine. Very underrated, very good at what he does. Devin Lloyd, waiting for him to take that next step. Ventrell Miller, Jerry Jones. Like I said, with the corners, Eric Mary. Darnell Savage out of Maryland, former Packer. He's good. Tyson Campbell, corners, decent. Jordan Lewis and nickel. Like I said, Travis Hunter, they have him listed right now behind Jerry and Jones. I think Travis Hunter will eventually. He won't probably play all the plays that he will play on offense like he'll play on defense, but being able to bring him in that corner will only help this group because they're going to need him on both sides of the ball. They could use him at receiver, but honestly, they may need a more defense with the secondary because they don't have many other pieces. Now, they got a good pass rush with Josh Allen, Josh Hines Allen, Trayvon Walker, Olakun, Devin Lloyd, Eric Armstead. So they can just get decent play in the secondary. They will be okay, actually. But let's look at their schedule. How do we see this out? Now, week 1, they do host the Carolina Panthers. Now, if this is a game they're going to win, they should win. I say they win. I'll just say they win because I know I probably said the Carolina Panthers would win when I did theirs, but I'll say they can win that game. They get 1 win. At Cincinnati, loss. Houston, I say another loss. At San Fran, another loss. They host Kansas City on Monday night at 8:15. Do they maybe, matter of fact, do they beat Houston? I say they maybe get 1 against Houston. They beat Houston at home. So maybe they're 2-2. Because at Cincinnati, at San Fran versus Kansas City, I don't see them winning that. So are they 2-2 maybe? So let's see. At Carolina, home win. At Cincy, loss. Houston, win. At San Fran, loss. Kansas City, loss. 2-3 versus Seattle, 1-1. I'll say they win that 3-3 because they're coming west to east. I always look at those games 1 p.m. start. That's like 9 a.m. for those West Coast teams. So maybe 3-3. I think they would take a 3-3 start. Then a loss, 3-4. A nice week 8 bye. at Las Vegas, at Houston. I don't really see many wins there. So I guess what are we looking at? 3-3, 3-4, 3-5, 3-6 versus LA, 3-7, at Arizona, 3-8, Tennessee, 3-9, Indy, 4-9. Could they beat the Jets? 5-9. Could they lose to Denver? 5-10. Could they beat Indy? Get to 6-10? Could they beat Tennessee and get to 7 wins? Could they win 7 games with Trevor Lawrence healthy, Josh Allen? Yeah, I think 7 is realistic. Could they win 7? I think 7-10 is a little realistic for them. They're not a playoff team. They aren't going to make the playoffs, in my opinion. The division is a little weak though. Like I said, they could sweep the Titans and they could sweep the Colts. That could be 4 wins right there. They got the Jets. They got the Chargers coming west to east. They have the Rams game is a London game as well. Can't forget that. That is a 9:30 start. We know the Jaguars are the de facto London franchise, but I could see them winning that maybe even against the Rams now that I think about it. So I think 7 wins isn't out of the realm of possibility. Like I said, I think they have a 3-3 start, then maybe 3-4, 3-5, 3-6, 3-7. Or do they? Yeah, I said it. You know what? They could beat the Chargers. They have historically beat the Chargers at home. Remember that playoff comeback they had with Brandon Staley and that terrible job they did with Herbert? Maybe they win that game. West to East, Chargers may Charger. I don't know. But I'm gonna say they start 3-3, then go to 3-4, then the bye 3-5, 3-6. I'll say 4-6, 4-7, 4-8, 5-8, 6-8, 6-9. 6-10. I'm gonna say 7-10. I think 7 wins for Jacksonville would be. It wouldn't be good. It would be underwhelming again. They would probably be picking in the top 10. But I don't see 8 wins. I don't even really see anything above 9 or 10. Now, don't get me wrong. If Trevor Lawrence plays like we know he can, if Travis Hunter comes in and dominates, they could win 8 or 9 games and surprise some people. Win some of these games, maybe against the Kansas Cities, maybe against Seattle, maybe against the Chargers, maybe going to Arizona and winning. They got the Jet. They got to go to Denver. But I'm gonna say 7-10. I'm gonna say 7-10 for the Jaguars. Duval. I love Travis Hunter though. He's gonna be great. I think he's gonna be dynamic, regardless of how you feel about his relationship status. His relationship status on the field is baller. Is him. Is legit. Heisman Trophy winner. I still think Trevor Lawrence has something. Like I said, I think he's the second best quarterback in that division. Is that saying much? Maybe not. But the offensive line does scare me. They got some weapons now. Could they maybe use another weapon, maybe at tight end? Yes. But their offense really, like I said, the O line is a little sketchy. And defensively, the corners are a little sketchy. But if Travis Hunter can really start to emerge and manage this two-way player thing effectively, they could have. Like I said, I think they maybe could be more of a team that needs a year of a good, healthy Trevor Lawrence, continue to build around him on the offensive line, get another high draft pick, get another baller, playmaker, maybe on the defensive side of the ball, maybe add a free agent piece or two, and then maybe they can win 89 games next year because the gap between Houston and whoever the second best team in the AFC South, it's a little bit of a margin. But I'm going to say 7-10 for the Jaguars. I think they win 7 games. Maybe that's higher than most people think. But I think they could sneak up and win some games. Trevor Lawrence is healthy. He's not terrible, but he's got to take that step that we want him to be, which is elite caliber. You think about the younger quarterbacks in the league. He's one of the guys I'm really looking at this year. Can he take that next step? And is he really the guy? Because if not, they're going to have to get a guy. And they just paid him too. Can't forget that. But I'm going with the Jacksonville Jaguars to finish 7-10. And I think that's where they will be. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell. We're making our way through each NFL franchise. And we made a stop today in Guantanamo Bay in Duval County. But sound off, God's favorite host, right here on the Flex Zone Podcast, your home for professional sports, the NFL schedule, releases, the predictions, the schedule, win losses will continue. We'll keep rocking out here on the Flex Zone. 7-10 for the Jaguars, right here on the Flex Zone Podcast. Is that good enough to maybe be second place in the NFC South? We'll see. Stay tuned for more right here on the channel. 7-10 for the Jaguars, owned by the company.